bullywugs.com.
There you go. As soon as it comes on, he speaks over it. Every time. So, this, as you all know, this is what you see. This is a collaborative storytelling, no big graphics and everything. There's just me here, Gilded Branch playing as Logan. Up above me, we've got Steve Corbs playing as Walther, with a cool last name that I can't remember. Nope, he's not gracing us with it. Captain Dan
Von der Rider.
That's the one. Captain Dan faces up at top right. He's got a cool, like, sort of side panorama shot going on today. And Asepatinus down bottom right as Lily.
Hello.
So I'm going to straight away pass you over to Captain Gingerbeard, RDM, for our recap. And we're pretty much into the action. A lot of interesting stuff happened last time. It was pretty crazy, but yeah, over to you.
Yes, it was pretty crazy last time. Episode 14. Last episode, where's my notes? There they are on the screen in front of me. Why am I looking down? Last episode, the party went about talking to the Lord Calastro and Lady Menstrata of the High Elves. They mentioned they had begun investigating the reasons for the extra intelligence the local Bullywug population possessed, and that a good place to start if the party wanted to aid them in this was to speak to Great Mama, the village elder for the Swamp Elves. After a brief conversation and short history lesson from her, the party asked about the town for directions to the Bullywug village. Despite warnings they shouldn't go, they did. To their amazement, they discovered a thriving town that was well engineered and beyond anything a Bullywug should be capable of including. Anything a Bullywug should be capable of, including its own political system and societal structure. Should have put a comma in there. Not least a huge statue of Great Mama with its own seemingly magic fountain. The party, upon speaking to the mayor Benjamin Reedwinkle of the town, were not impressed to discover the appalling trade deal that seemed to be in place with them, and Great Mama and so challenged the Bullywugs to allow them to fight in the arena against their champions. Upon defeating the best the Bullywugs had to offer, we pick up the action in a stadium surrounded by angry Bullywugs, booing and throwing items at the party. So they were in the arena. Just a little recap on the village itself. It was the Bullywugs had actually cleared an area of the swamp, built up a platform of muck, I suppose, mud and stones and whatever, and then layered over the top an interweaved road platform system of reeds and other plants all interwoven together. They built houses out of tree branches, logs, and then again woven and thatched roofs. Along a main street, it turned into a T-junction. If you look straight ahead was the statue and the stone building, which was the mayor's office. To the left on the T-junction was the zoo, and to the right-hand side was the arena, which is where we are right now. In the last episode, they'd beaten Cuthbert the Crazy, or Crazy Cuthbert. I can't remember which way his name was. And they had also defeated Jonathan, which was a rather large, disgusting Froghemoth. In that combat, Lily, I believe, had wild shaped to a owlbear and was still within the arena walls. Logan had climbed up the back of the Froghemoth into the crowd before being swallowed. So he's back down in the arena, but has eyes on the mayor. Keenan, I believe, had levitated and used his ethereal wings to fly out into the space. I don't think he landed. I think he's still midair. And Volta is still within the crowd. But these Bullywugs are not happy. They are booing and throwing stuff at you. And the mayor himself had called for the arrest of the party. So, with all this going on, this commotion and the arrest being called for, it's going to take a little bit of time for them to get to you. I was going to go straight into initiative. I'm going to give you a chance to do something about this situation. If not, then we will re-roll initiative and we'll start again and see where we get to. So I'm going to give you all one chance to tell me what would you like to do. we'll go around as I can see it on my screen, starting with Lily, top left. Then we'll go with Keenan, Volta, and then down to Logan.
Right. Is Logan still in the frog, or did we manage to?
No, one of you, I think it was you, cut him out.
Okay, so he's fine.
Mhm.
I am not going to stand down because I see that the crowd is threatening us, so I will continue fighting.
Cool. So you're taking a defensive sort of stance. Keenan, I believe you're floating with your ethereal wings.
Yes, I will just try and position myself so I've got the fewest amount of enemies behind me as I can.
Cool. Yep. So yeah, that's fine. I'd say you probably put yourself your back to the door area where there isn't any seating.
Okay.
But of course, that would probably leave you open to a surprise attack, perhaps if anyone comes through the door.
We'll see.
How about? We'll see. How about for Volta? You were in the crowd.
I am in the crowd. It's a lovely place to be. It's very nice. How many people in the crowd? How close is it? You know.
Oh, it's all very well packed in. It's very well packed in. So, as we said just before we went live, and for you guys listening, watching us right now, I sort of cast my mind back to school, which was a long time ago for me. I seem to remember a Shakespearean theatre, which is a bit like the Roman Colosseum, however, being made of wood, sand floor, seating, all within this circular building. I since Googled it, couldn't find a picture of that, so maybe my memory's off. But anyway, you're packed into this circular seating with frogs just everywhere. These bullywugs everywhere, packed in tight. Imagine being at a football or a rugby match. They're all right up shoulder to shoulder with you.
Is there a roof on the bit that we're sat in? Is it enclosed roof-wise?
It's enclosed over the seating, but the actual arena floor itself is open to the elements.
Okay, then I can't fly up out of there very easily, so I am going to do the
It's quite a high. It'd be quite a high ceiling from the seating position. It's probably about 50 feet up to the
Oh, in
actual
that case,
cover.
I will.
Yeah, you got a fair bit of space.
I will cast fly on myself and, charge up into the air.
I'm just going to respond very quickly to Schmellen on the chat. The open air theatre in Cornwall somewhere. There is an open air theatre in Cornwall. However, it is not like that. That is more of an amphitheatre. This is more of a coliseum. Sorry, Volta, carry on.
Yes, I'm going to cast fly and go up to my maximum sort of height just below ceiling level.
Cool. Yep, that's fine. So you're going to go 50 feet above these frogs. That's absolutely fine.
I'm going to take an aerial reconnaissance position.
And then we're going to go to the big decider on where this all goes. And I've said in chat with the guys privately, obviously, tonight I'm kind of ad-libbing it. I've given myself some pointers or wrote some pointer notes on where I'll sort of do things if certain things happen. But the promise of the end of the last episode, Logan is the wild card here, and I'm going to let him do what he wants, and I'm going to react accordingly. So, Logan, over to you.
I want to get to Mr. Mayor, basically. We all know this.
Cool.
So I'm going to make a beeline, straight leap from the corpse of the big froggy moth thing, and go for the grandstand sort of area and try and get to him as close as I can.
So that is basically a round of 3 actions. With that, I think, as we know that Logan wants to do this, we are going to have to roll some initiative to see how things pan out. I've made a generic roll for just the mayor at this precise moment. I'm going to have to introduce more people into the initiative as we go along, but for now, that's where you're going. So, Lily, what's your initiative, please? 11. Logan?
25.
Sweet.
Wow.
Keenan?
10.
And Volta.
20. Do you wish me
20.
to
Great.
roll again for the rock, or should I just keep him on with me?
Oh, I think we had him on your initiative last time, so keep him with
Yeah,
you.
cool.
Effectively call it a pet, so you can do your bits and his bits at the same time.
Awesome.
So first to act, conveniently, is Logan, and then it will be Volta, Lily, and Keenan.
So, from what I can gather, how high is this sort of corpse of this big froggermoth? Because it was 15 foot when it stood
I
tall.
mean, it was 15 feet tall. Did you say when it was stood up?
That's what you
It was
said.
more than that. No. It was the walls of the finger 20 feet up, and its mouth reached the
right.
wall. So
Yes.
I think slumped over, and it's probably slumped against the wall. You could use that Legolas style and stab your things in there and hunk yourself up. So I'd say you're going to take 20 feet of movement just getting up to the audience again,
Right.
and then whatever you got left is what you can
How
do.
far is Mayor guy from the top of the wall?
So you guys are closest to the door, and I think I said it was about 60 feet from the center. So 30 feet, sorry, from the center point to the nearest wall is 30 feet. It's a circle. So if you go up 20 feet, I'm guessing you have about 30 feet of movement. You can go 10 feet in towards the other side. Bloody hell, circumferences and maths. You're going to have to do, I think, on top of that, another. Oh, God. Don't grill me on this chat. I'm awful at maths. 40 to 50 feet, around to reach. And he's kind of like on level with the wall at the far end of the amphitheater.
Okay, so
Sorry, not the amphitheater, the theater.
I am going to. I'm going to dash towards him. So 20 feet to get up there, and then another 40.
I would say 40 to 50 feet, and you'll be on him if that's your goal.
Yeah, so I'm more or less at him, sort of 10 feet away, but I can't do much else other than that. So we'll
Cool.
get in there.
Okay. And just so what you're gonna do is you're gonna like stick your sword into the back of this thing, propel yourself up, pull it out, maybe stick sword in again, give yourself that leap up onto the wall. You're gonna be tiptoeing around the edge of the wall, or you're gonna sort of like jump into the crowd and just barge these, insignificant
just
frogs
right
out of your
along
way.
the ring, like the wall inner ring kind of thing, running along it,
Cool.
brandishing.
I like the idea. I'm not
huge
going to
sword.
I'm not going to do an athletics check. I think that's pretty cool. So you're sort of like running along there, and they're all like aghast at what's going on, and you're coming up close to him. Volta, it is your go.
It's my goal. So I'm quite above them. How far would you say I am off from Mr. Mayor?
You're on the opposing side of where all this happened. I think I said you had a side-on view to this combat.
Yeah.
So again, 40 to 50 feet to your right-hand side would put you around the ring to where the mayor is.
Yeah. Good. I don't feel obliged to move. I'm just gonna see if I can knock him down before Branch gets there, just to make it really worthwhile jamming up the thing. So I'm gonna hit the mayor with. I'm gonna attempt to hit the mayor with 3 Eldritch Blasts from a distance at 120 feet of.
Remember, you are at level 11, and these are just bullywugs.
Well, the first one is a 16. I don't know whether that would hit or not.
That will definitely hit.
Do you wish me to roll damage as I go, or make all 3 attack rolls first?
Well, are you capable of hitting lower than an 11?
Yeah, I'm capable of hitting lower than an 11. However, I have just hit a 12 with the first one.
So, as Logan is tiptoeing running along the edge of this arena, from out of the crowd, this bolt of magical energy just slams into the mayor, who is pointing and looking in the direction of Logan and shouting all commands. But into his side comes this magical blast of energy, and he just falls dead, slumping in his chair. And then all these bullywugs start to turn their attention towards Volta in horror of
You son of a bitch!
what's just happened.
You took it from me.
Uh,
I've been waiting 2 weeks to stab that bastard, and you took it from me when he was 10 feet away from the end of my sword.
You can always stab the corpse.
Yes, you could
Well,
give him a good
I'm a
slap
two-bag
around
that
it.
corpse.
Use him like a
it
puppet.
is over.
I still have 2 Eldritch Blasts left, but none of the other Bullywugs seemed to be attacking, so I guess I will hold those
I mean,
back
if you
for another
want
time.
to carry those 2 over, like the rending ability. So if you want to carry those over to attack 2 others, you had David, the attorney at law, was with him.
Oh yeah,
And
David.
then there was just generic bullywugs, the unnamed bullywugs.
But let's see if I can hit David, because I don't like lawyers. They're very, very, So
He's
David,
screaming at this point, like, "Oh my god!"
that's a 23 to hit, and
Yeah.
so damage on that one is only 9 points.
Okay, so I mean, you definitely hit him. Their AC is 15. It's a bullywug. I've not modified them at all for this. They are just bullywugs. Apart from their intelligence, of course. Hit points, they do have 11. So
The last Eldritch Blast, I rolled a nat 20.
Oh shit!
My final beam.
Are you also going for David?
I am still going for David because I really don't like lawyers.
Then I think you kill David. But as it was a nat 20, with the amount of damage you're going to do, so the first blast like hits him in possibly the back of the head, and he's like, "Oh my god!" And then the final blast comes in and just disintegrates him into a ball or into a spray of blood and guts and ichor. And
I would like to imagine just this little set of boots left in the arena thing on the steps.
Smoking boots.
A smoking pair of
Gently
boots.
smoking away, yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. Absolutely.
And then I will then command my rock to take wing and adopt a protective position next to me.
Cool. Let's see. Pardon me. Lily, you are up next.
All right. So what's happening in the arena now from the other bullywugs? Are they stunned or?
They have all fallen fairly quiet in the shock, but there is a lot of commotion in the sense of people shouting and it's all fallen fairly quiet. It's just like that muttering and mumbling. What the fuck do we do now? And a few shouts of like "kill them," that sort of thing.
Right. So how close am I to the arena, to the audience?
You're on the floor. I don't know. I think you were fairly close to the Frogimoth, so only within 10 feet to the wall.
Okay, so I don't attack, but do I have feathers? Does Owlbear? Yes, he has I take my feathers up and take a really fearsome position, and I'm walking all around the arena looking at them threateningly, and I do intimidation, so as if telling them that don't mess with us. So I just want to do intimidation because I don't want to hit somebody right now.
Okay. If there's
So it's 16 plus 1, 17.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to intimidate these guys. They are just bullywugs. They're not fight. These guys, you can tell, from the dress and the society you've already met. They're not fighters. They are gentlemen. That kind of idea. The landed gentry. They're not going to try and fight you. So yeah. If there's anything else you want to do, if not, we'll go over to Keenan.
Oh, that's it. I'm just doing that.
That's cool.
They're not being overly aggressive, are they, at the moment?
They're in shock, and when it comes to it's not their turn yet, so
yeah,
we'll see what they do in a moment. But They're in shock at the events.
Okay. I've been playing too much Divinity. I was thinking I could delay my turn, but you can't. You have to ready an action, don't you? So it's not your
Well,
whole
yeah,
turn.
I mean you can ready an action and not take. Well, I don't know. I'm sure there was something I've heard about delaying turns. No, it's relaying. That's an action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignore me. Hold an action.
That's fine. Okay, yeah, I'll just hold an action to
Cool.
do a melee attack against the first guy that looks aggressive within range of me.
And it is then going to be the Bullywugs in this arena, and I suppose, unsurprisingly, they are fleeing. All of them are fleeing. They're leaving the arena as fast as possible. I'm going to say that unless any of you have any hostile intent towards the rest of these Bullywugs, I want to drop initiative because there's no point in going through another. What do you want to do, each of you? Because these guys are just fleeing. They're running for their lives.
Before they all run, I want to pick up the corpse of the one that got blasted to oblivion, the mayor. And literally.
No, he didn't get blasted to oblivion. That was David that got blasted to oblivion.
The guy who got the one who got kill stealed from me. The
Yeah.
mayor.
Yeah, that was the mayor.
And I literally just want to impale him on my sword and then fling his body down into the arena, like as just a complete disrespect thing.
Okay.
As they're all sort of fleeing.
It would have been your go next. That's absolutely fine. But from there, I think we will drop initiative, and it's down to you guys now. I have literally no plans beyond whatever you guys do, and I'm going to react to it.
Right. So, I can't believe you took him. He was 10 feet in front of me after all this time.
Yeah, but you're 10 feet away from him, and I could hit him, I thought I'd just soften him up a little bit for you. Is he not soft enough now?
You would be shouting at each other across as well, because you're quite far away, but also the commotion of the stampede of these like frogs running and oh my god. But yes,
turns his attention to this huge hulking owl bear that everyone's kind of staying clear of as they're legging it. And Lily's like, "Now are you against us getting rid of this place?"
So I transform back to Lily, and we should go. Where is the zoo? We should free the prisoners.
We stop everything else first. We don't want to free the prisoners for them to be killed on the way out or recaptured.
I think something fishy is happening here because I'm not very convinced that these are actual bulwarks. I have a theory, and I really want to see if these are actually the elves, and the elves in the body of the bulwarks, and the bulwarks are on the body of the elves, because it's really strange their behavior, and I
thought,
don't.
Did we not discover that it was the mother bullywuggy nursey, whatever she was, that was sort of treating the water and giving them this intelligence, and they were sort of basically imprisoning and not child trafficking, but child labor and things like that with them all?
You did discover from the history textbooks that it was that Big Mama had come to the swamp ahead of the swamp elves, because they weren't initially swamp elves; they lived in the grasslands. And she come ahead, found this swamp, which she thought would be a perfect way of escaping the demon war. She made a deal with the Bullywugs by giving them intelligence first to be able to communicate with them. Made a deal. They had their own part of the swamp. Through some fuckery, I mean, you didn't spend long enough really reading the textbooks to discover what was going on fully. A deal was made somewhere along the line, corrupted Bullywugs, whatever the case may be. Slaves were being passed between the elves to the Bullywugs because of their rabbit-like breeding, let's say. and it's just been a thing that's been in place ever since that keeps the harmony between the two.
Okay. Yes.
Well, it's a
But you
moment.
did read that there was no disguises between Bullywugs and elves.
Okay. Sorry, my mistake.
Yeah.
So we should then try and capture the Bullywugs and punish them for their crimes because they are.
With the crimes they've committed, the only punishment would be death, especially for the mama.
I think we should. Yeah, I think we should. First of all, maybe we should try and capture the rest of the people and keep them somewhere, and then deal with Big Mama because she is the head of the operation.
Maybe we can herd them towards the zoo and do a swap.
I say
saying that.
do a little bit of that, or at least block the exits.
There are
And we need
not
to
enough of us to block the exits, my friend.
I say we take out the biggest threat first. The others are all stuff we can round up later.
Yeah, I'm going to go out from under the roof and fly a little higher so I can see the surroundings of the outside of the building. So I can see if any of the Bullywugs are running off towards Big Mama's house. Or,
No, I mean, so as you go upwards, you just see some of them are fleeing towards the various houses in the village. Others are just fleeing off into all different directions in the swamp. They're just trying to get away from you.
Is it safe to say
they're not going?
The arena we are in is only now housing us?
Yeah, it's empty. They're going. Like I said, some of them have run to their homes. Others have just dispersed off into the swamp.
For a start, this place can go, and he empties his wineskin on it and just sets it alight with his tinderbox. And then he's going to start saying, "Come on, let's go," and try and usher everyone out.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to run.
just before we run, like while we're running, I'm not happy to kill children or just people.
Only those who are involved in forcing the children into slavery, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Not the
innocents. Kill any innocents. Yes, just to be clear.
Well, you're going to have to decide on what's innocent because you've got to remember that in all parts of this Bullywug society, right from the adults down to the children, they're exploiting these elven slave workers in one form or another. Whether they know they're doing it as an exploitation or they don't. They are all, in a way...
This is the part where we kind of cut the head off the snake and then we round the others up to maybe not kill them all, but we obviously have to handle them, and the zoo would be a prime place to do that.
I would definitely say you've cut the head off the snake. You've definitely done that in killing the mayor and
regards
David.
to Big Mama at this point.
Yeah.
Keenan, what are your thoughts on this?
Before you do that, can I say the other thing I was going to mention was as Volta has elevated above. Sorry, you notice from one other building there are more armored-looking bullywugs with spears, but they're sort of trying to grab people. What's going on? And they've sort of mentioned what has happened, and they're also fleeing.
Let's start heading out of the arena because it is like on fire, and we'll see what Kanan's saying as we're sort of leaving.
Yeah.
What have you been drinking, Logan?
Jesus. Spirits.
Milk.
It's very much as you leave the arena. It's very much scenes from like Return of the Jedi, when Luke's just taking Darth Vader out. He's in his dying state, and there's just people just like dropping their posts and just fleeing. Doesn't matter whether they're armed or not. They are just going. They're not interested in you. They want nothing to do with you. They're just going.
Kanan, are you with us?
I probably landed at this point because I can only fly for a minute, so I'm back on the ground. Yeah, I think, I mean, they seem remarkably innocent, but they were very blasé about what they were doing, and they didn't seem to care, even though it was something that was truly horrible. So I'll defend you guys, and if they raise arms against us, I'll gladly strike them down, but I'm not gonna fireball people running away from me in the back.
I think maybe
That's fair.
we should give them to the elves, so they will have a fair trial, and then they can decide their fate.
That's not a bad
Which,
idea.
which elves would you give them to
I
for
think
a trial?
at this point, just because of not wanting things to go wrong, if everyone's in agreement, I want to go straight to the Big Mama before she tries to flee or set anything up, anything like that, and we'll have sort of the diplomacy following that, if that makes
Aye.
sense.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense, yeah.
Do we go to Big Mama's house, or do we draw Big Mama here by maybe destroying her source of power for the Bullywugs?
When we went to speak to Big Mama, how far from the fountain was she, Mike?
In a different village.
Well, she was in her stump in
yes.
the elven village, which I think we said was about a mile, which would put it was like half an hour's walk.
The thing I'm
Maybe
thinking
slightly
here,
longer because obviously it's rough terrain. So
although some of these may be innocents and some of them may need to live and everything, that fountain is only her power because she put stuff in it, but it may be the source of clean water for the innocents.
If we leave this
Well-
location before freeing the elves, there may not be any elves to come back and free.
Blow it up!
So let's put things into order. Do you want to free the slaves which were left in the zoo?
I do, but I don't think that should be priority number one. They're currently
And
they are
then
safe.
the second part is you identified there was something about the swamp. The fountain and the intelligence levels, and that you know that Big Mama was coming back every 30 days to replenish it. You haven't identified the spell. I might be giving you more than what I should probably give you, but you haven't identified the spell that was going on there, and you need to make a decision. What are you doing with these slaves?
Can this spell be identified with detect magic, or does it need something more?
I don't know what the wording for detect magic is.
Same.
Let me just very, very quickly Google it because, or other, service providers are available.
Bring it.
Ask
Jeeves. Yes. Let me have a look at the wording for detect magic, and I'll tell you if you could tell what spell it is. Wording is the treasury sets a presence of magical effect.
While you look up that, I'm thinking we get rid of the fountain after what Corb said. Get rid of Mama, then come back, save the slaves, and then use their holdings to sort out the others.
The wording is that no, you won't be able to tell what the spell is. I don't know off the top of my head if there is a spell, but I would say with a reasonably high DC. Let me see what.
Very quickly, Mike. Do we know how many slaves are in the zoo?
There were a few. I mean, there were various pens of them, probably 30, and then some of them are just still within the households around. I don't know in my notes where I actually wrote down what spell was being used, but in fact, I do know where I've got it written down because I've got it written down for something over
Your room genuinely looks like it's on fire, Dan.
Okay. It is the spell.
Logan has been there, I see.
Can't get it.
If one of you falls, well, a spellcaster amongst you falls into the type that can use it. Yes, with a high DC check, I would allow for Lily to identify the spell.
Can I assist her in any way as a fellow magic user with an Arcana check or something?
It's not within your school of magic.
But I have access to many
I
schools of magic, you see.
would say that you could make an assistance, and if it's high enough again, because when you say you have access to many schools of magic,
I have a
school me.
feature that gives me access to any
Yeah.
spell book, any spell in any class, and I have quite a few spells from different classes. What is that noise?
I can play the ukulele.
Just throw that in there. Steve's trying to detect magic. You're in the back, like doo doo doo. That was
But
my
Give me
ding,
2
ukulele
seconds.
noise.
ding,
Ding da ding. I mean,
Let's give me 2 seconds and close this window and make just causing the door to bang
This
around. Give me 2
window.
secs.
right. While Mike's gone, who's against me going after Big Mama? I literally want to raise this city.
My Big
No, we
Mama's
should
not in this
keep
city,
it.
that's my point. Big Mama's in another place, so if we leave this place before we rescue the people in the zoo, there may be no people left in the zoo by the time we go back,
Okay.
you know?
Sorry. Yes, if you can access all that, then yes, you can.
Thanks.
DC's still gonna be high, but you can assist her in trying to figure out what the spell is.
Do
Then
I have
I've
advantage?
Say again, sorry.
Do I have advantage?
You'll have advantage on the roll, yeah.
Okay. There is a very big daddy long leg in here, just beside me. Just came in.
It won't eat much.
Ooh, 19.
Is that what you call Matt?
19 total.
19. The spell being used, so you spend a bit of time and you sort of try and take in the essence of whatever it is. The spell being used is Awaken. So for 30 days, it grants intelligence to. In fact, why am I trying to make this up? Let's just read it. Let me read you the wording of the spell, because it would make more sense. So, after spending the casting time tracing magical pathways in a previous gems, you touch a useful. So, intelligence score. It basically gains intelligence of 10. This is obviously for if you were dealing with NPCs or that sort of thing. Effectively, what she's done is she has cast Awaken on this, or given the essence of Awaken to the water, which they're drinking, which is giving them the effect of the spell. They're gaining intelligence beyond their own means for a period of 30 days.
Is it?
And that's what's going on with this fountain.
Does it worth it? Is it the way that she has done the spell? Does it worth it if I do dispel magic on it, or is it going to be wasted? Oh my god, just go away.
I think dispel magic would probably work. I'll have a very quick look at the wording of dispel magic, but I think it'll work because it's only a temporary effect, really.
Okay.
You could choose an object or magical effect within range. Any spell a third level or lower, which it is, that's fine. Yeah, you should be okay. You can. So DC, you need to do 10 plus 3, so 13 is the DC to successfully dispel what's on that fountain.
Okay. So.
Are we at the fountain?
Is it my spell?
Yeah, I think you go for that. Yeah.
Okay.
So I rolled a 10, and is it the spellcasting ability that I add?
You need 13 or higher.
Okay. On the roll, or do I add also something?
It's the DC for the spells. Let me see. For each spell, it's the ability check using your So use your spell casting ability plus 10.
So without rolling. Because it's.
Oh, sorry. Hang on. It's I might have reworded that wrong. So that's fine. That's fine. Make an ability check using your spell casting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, so it's 13. So the DC is 13.
Okay.
You need to roll higher than 13. So if you only got 10, it's not high enough to dispel it.
I rolled 13.
Oh, you did roll
I
13.
rolled
Okay,
10
that's fine.
plus 3 is my spellcasting ability.
Okay, that's fine. So you dispel the awakened spell on the fountain, but whoever's been drinking from it still has approximately 30 days. Some of them may be less, some of them may be more. Well,
Could I-
not more, but you know what I mean.
Could I like chuck in a potato just before she casts it?
If you really feel compelled to chuck in a potato, yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Does it awaken?
The potato would gain some intelligence. Yeah.
Little mate.
Oh, it doesn't sprout arms or legs or anything, but it seems to have some level of sentience.
Oh, sweet.
It looks
Not
bright.
the. It
It's a
seems
sweet
to look
potato.
healthier, but it doesn't. It's not. It's not like Groot or anything like that. It doesn't start to sprout appendages, you know.
Okay. Fair enough.
Perhaps if you play it certain music, it might sprout plants and flowers, opposed to if you play other music, it might shrivel a little bit. I don't know. It responds to
So
yeah.
we cannot eat the potato for 30 days now.
Because it would be sad.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh god.
I'm tempted to
So,
fireball the
what else are
potato.
we doing?
Yes.
The fountain is now nullified. It is now no longer a magical fountain.
To be honest, I agree that we should take the prisoners out first before we go to Big Mama, because we don't know in what state they are. Or
I
maybe
think
have
it is
a
a
look.
Okay, what about the Bullywugs who were all running and abandoning their posts? They dropped spears and things like that. We gather up a couple of them, throw them to the prisoners as we let them out, just in case. So they can sort of
Yeah,
defend
can do.
themselves at some kind of rudimentary level.
Yeah, let's go free the prisoners and arm them so they can hold out in the zoo or whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
And then they can go and kill your big mama.
Yes.
Well, I think if you go to the zoo and start like breaking locks on the gates and stuff, prisoners are kind of they're very frail. They're very inebriated and they're not very strong. They've been there a while and they're just like, I just want to go home. Let us go home, please.
Oh, we're not saying they have to fight. It's just they can
Defend themselves.
take one if they need to defend themselves or stop getting recaptured
Yeah.
or anything.
A bit like the old people in Helm's Deep when the orcs are coming. Give them all a sword and hope for the best. It's
Yes.
fine.
Right, let's make a move. Let's get on over there and then get on over to Mama.
Okay. Oh my god, what's going on here?
We're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
Isengard.
Yeah, so the ones that you like break the locks and the things, they want to flee. So, and now your plan is to leave the village to go and confront Big Mama.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna make a roll.
Oh god.
I think, guys, that we should be a little bit tactful because we are, after all, in the village of the elves when we get there. As we don't want to be seen to be attacking one of their own just out of the blue.
What would you suggest after all she has done to these people?
I don't know.
What if we have the prisoners with us as proof of what is happening?
I am going to make a roll to see it might force your decision on a d20. Lower than a 10, something good will happen. Higher than a 10, something bad will happen.
Something bad. No.
I rolled an 8. So, tell me your plans. How do you want to proceed? You have averted one really bad thing happening.
I think Lily makes sense there. if we not escort them, but if we are heading that way anyway, and most of the prisoners want to kind of get back home to their villages, it will kind of give strength to our words of what was happening. We just go and confront her with a very sharp blade.
So you make your way back to the Bullywug village. As you do so, you start to hear in various places, to your left, to your right, behind you, in front of you, all over the place, you start hearing the same horn ringing out to scare him. You press on. You don't know what it means, but you press on back to the village, and as you do so, Lord Calastro is he comes down for the first time. You see him down out of this, like the high up place. He comes straight down to you as he spots you. He runs across the village, and he says, "What have you done? What we have malnourished elves returning to us. Bullywugs everywhere in the swamp. Our scouting parties, our border patrols, they are blowing horns. Can you not hear them? What have you done?"
We have freed the elves, my lord. Freed them from slavery. You should be grateful.
Slavery? My God, I did not expect this. But,
Right under your
of course,
nose.
you must explain. Well, you say that under my nose. We only just recently got here. We were investigating ourselves. We do not know what has happened. You have probably gone against the advice of these peoples and gone to the Bullywug village. We've been trying to investigate here, subtly.
No, my lord, it's more than that. There is an exchange of prisoners in order to keep the peace between you, and it's something that you didn't know, and Big Mama is responsible for that. These people were put in the arena to fight with monsters, like they were in a zoo, so they can see them. It was horrible.
My God, this is not what I was expecting. Not at all.
Do not worry. I am willing to deal with Big Mama.
We will, yes. This is what we're about to do now.
Do you have
Well,
any?
I think.
Do you have any inclination as to whether this might be a single issue with Big Mama, or might this go deeper, be something among the swamp elves themselves?
We do not know. We, as I say, our investigations have only really just begun. We certainly haven't stirred the hornet's nest, so to speak, as you have. This is going to have grave implications, and now we have to get the answers even quicker. We didn't even suspect Big Mama as being the problem. Great Mama, should I say, as being the problem. She doesn't like being called Big Mama.
On the other hand, if everything goes wrong, there is always this village that you can go and live there.
I don't think we want to live in this village, but we want to return to Atlantalos, of course.
Of course, this is our goal. But until then, if there is any issues with the swamp elves, then you can always go to the village.
Well, maybe.
Disagree slightly, Lily, that we have no God-given rights to displace an entire populace from their homes. Some of them have carried out misdeeds, it is true, but some of them were just living their lives.
Yes, but I
Until
don't
we can
think
prove otherwise.
after the end of this spell, I don't think they will be capable to understand the way they live right now. I don't think they will maintain the village, because you remember that this intelligence is because of the spell, so I don't think they will be able to maintain their life as it is now.
With respect, as a noble, you can only govern so many of the people below you. Sometimes you just have to let them develop in their own way, and if their village deteriorates, then it deteriorates a little. But you cannot just go, at the moment they are sentient creatures, and until they are proved to be culpable, you cannot go in and dispossess them of their homes.
Yeah, I guess so.
I've come across Bullywugs before, and yes, this is a slightly more thought out plan than they usually are capable of, but it's still very much in their nature. They're far from innocent beings on the whole. But
Then I will go with the opinion of the majority. I just wish to make the case for not assuming that we were in any way better.
But first, we have more pressing matters to deal with. Big Mama needs to meet my sword.
Have you tried tin?
God
look
damn
at
it.
this tiny sponge.
Oh,
Well, I think we're coming up on
Sorry.
an hour, so we'll take a break in just a moment. But as you say, Big Mama should meet my sword. From out of the stump, her stump, the big stump in the middle of the village, she comes trudging out, and she says, "What the hell you boys been doing now?
I think that's
What's
the
all
perfect
this
time.
commotion about?"
It's time you answered for
Well.
your crimes.
And that's where we'll take the break.
Oh.
Dun, 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 dun.
Start you back up.
Just gives the tip off when we shouldn't be talking.
You get your tip off.
Sounds painful.
As per usual, the second I said, right, I'm going to open the scene up, the intro starts. And this is when Carves goes, let us know when we can't talk. The bit of me saying, I'm about to click it, is that
Yeah, but-
point.
Yeah, but normally when you
are-
say I'm about to do something, it means you're about to do something in about 3
We
weeks'
are
time.
14
Yeah.
episodes in, with a break
wasn't
in
me
each
this time,
episode.
eh?
That's 28 interrupted introductions. 28. Fuck's sake.
Wasn't me though.
So anyway, let's confront Big Mama and
Great mama.
enjoy season 2
Great
of
Mama.
Vaybaba, episode 14, part 2.
A great big bushy bear.
Although we've lost Dan.
Fuckery is
Where's
about to
Captain
happen.
Danface gone?
Keen
I'm
on
here, I'm
finding
here, I'm
yourself
just
visible.
looking through a box.
Danface.
He's there!
The dragon ate
So,
Oh, fuck.
Great Mama had just come out of her stump. I said, "What are you boys done?" At which everyone is looking around to her to probably aghast, shocked of what you have said upon returning from the Bullywug village. And she said, "I thought I told you not to go down there."
No, Big Mama, the question is not what we have done, it is what you have done.
The only
And we
reason you
know.
don't want us down there is because we would have uncovered all this horrific secrets of yours. He draws his sword at this point.
You can put that little thing away now, boy. That's not going to help you at all around here.
Are you threatening us?
I believe you be the ones threatening me, drawing swords on me.
So what do you say to all these crimes?
Well, there ain't no denying it, I suppose. Yeah, I had to deal with the Bullywugs. I had to deal. At
What
which
do you have to
point,
say
Lord
about
Class
it?
says, well, before you say that, Lord Class says, "My God, woman, what have you done? Making deals with these creatures? And what about the intelligence?" And she'll tell him, and say, "Well, it was a means to an end."
And what exactly was that end?
Got me what I wanted. I got me some food. I got me some order back in this swamp. 800 years I've been here. 800 years. I had a couple of 100 years of peace. And damn bullywugs turned up, so I had to get myself a new kind of peace. And so I used them as food source, and these damn swamp elves turned up. These damn swamp elves turned up, and they upset the balance of things, but then I made a new order. See, I went and killed Big Mama, Great Mama, as you call her. I went and killed her a long time ago when I took her form. I've been here ever since.
So you speak as if you're not one of the swamp elves. What species are you?
You start to hear this guttural language coming from her.
Oh shit.
Some language you might understand. Does anyone understand Draconic?
Oh, let's see what we.
I do.
I was wondering what that was for so long.
So for podcast listeners, Captain Danface just revealed a dragon egg thing to us, a puppet. Brilliant timing.
My God.
But I don't speak Draconic, no.
Primordial, not draconic.
If nobody speaks Draconic, she's uttering these words. It doesn't seem to be what you would associate with an elf, her stature or anything. It's just this deep guttural booming voice. At which point, Lord Clasher says, "Oh God, oh God." He looks at you. He says, "You, you must deal with this. I will get our people out of here now. And he turns and starts running, shouting in Elvish. Lily and Volta would understand. He's yelling, "Run! Escape! Go now!" And you hear him also calling for archers. And then back to Big Mama and Great Mama. She says, "I told you not to go down that village.
Oh, shit.
But you upset the fit. I've had too many people in this town. They come in there, I've had interlopers in my swamp. I've had it for centuries, and now I'm done with it. You've upset my food source. You've upset everything." And then you start to see magic swirling around her, and the distortion of her figure as talons and claws start to appear where her nails should be. Her skin turning to scales, and she just grows and grows and grows. Trees and structures are just being destroyed and demolished all around her.
Can I attack her at
Black.
this point?
Well, we'll have to roll initiative. There's no surprise rounds here because you are face to face. Black scales, horns, as it just grows and grows and grows, wings protruding out from her back, and these her face is like a skull. It's not a skull because it has covering, but it's like a skull, and the fact that it's stretched far across her face, and it looks menacing.
Oh
As
my
this
god,
huge
it's Angelina Jolie.
dragon. Yeah. This huge black dragon emerges before you, and it says, "My swamp,
Oh, God.
my home. I have lived here for centuries. Bullywugs, elves, you've all come, disrupted my way of life. Now I will kill you all." And with that, we are going to roll
I
initiative.
think Lily's counting.
Somebody once
Tell me the world. Okay, so I'm on a 14 right now, Mike.
Okay, I've got a lot of initiatives to roll because I've got quite a few people involved in this. You're not on your own. You do have the archers, which are being called for by Calastro to help you.
Mike, I know.
Yeah.
I know this is like not a gaming, but I need to know: is it more than is it challenge rating up to 3? This guy.
Say again, sorry.
What is the challenge rating of this creature?
A lot.
Is it 3
Well-
or more than 3? 12?
Oh, it's a lot more than
Okay,
3.
that's fine. This is what I wanted to know. It's fine. Nothing. I don't need.
I just need to find. I've also done some homebrewing on this one, so it's not strictly
Oh my-
Monster Manual.
Just seemed down. So I just caught the stream delay there, done. Whoa.
We have a good point in chat. A Separatissus, can you wild shape into a donkey and seduce the dragon?
I can try.
That gives me some ideas.
I nearly called Lord
I'm
What's His
gonna
Face Lord
say-
Farquaad earlier as well.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go and put
think that's what these
those
characters are
in
from.
groups. 18.
Oh,
Cool.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Reefs.
could I have initiative rolls from you guys, please?
It's a 4.
I rolled a
11.
4.
A 4?
Keenan's on 11.
A 4, yes.
What's your modifier?
Plus
Volt
3.
is on 4.
Oh my god. Also, I think
Okay.
we need to you have my permission to full-blown kill Captain Danface to never be returned as he just flossed on stream.
Okay, anyway, Logan, what's your initiative?
14.
And Lily?
19.
19. Now you know why I wanted to know how many runes you had, because you're going to have to probably use those.
Don't you worry. Not enough, probably.
So, before you smashing down trees, stomping on huts and all sorts, there are elves fleeing for their lives, but some of them have stayed. The patrol units have stayed to aid you in this combat. There are 3 groups. They've only got 3 archers in each, but I've equipped them with magical bows to help you in this combat, because this combat will be pretty brutal if you don't have any help. But you stirred up the hornet's nest without, asking questions first, which is what you were meant to do. So here we go.
France, that doesn't sound like you at all. What's going on?
First to act is Lily. Oh no. Yes, it is Lily, then it'll be the
Oh,
archers.
is it? Okay, just give me just a second because I was trying to find a spell.
Dan, you fuck, pay attention, we're about to die.
I am paying attention.
Facing
It's
the other
about
way.
time.
Oh, God.
He's finding a place to hide.
I found. Okay, let me see. I want to do. So is he transforming in front of us?
Yeah. This dragon has taken its true form in front of you. And it is a gargantuan dragon.
Oh,
Ooh.
It is a black dragon.
Okay.
Black dragons are known to be swamp dwellers.
Ooh.
And one of you even alluded, I think it was last episode, to, is there a dragon somewhere around here? And I went, no.
Sorry, just reading what I want to do. I'm just reading the spell.
And for anybody watching or listening, and who wants to, Bana, anyone wants to say to me, well, dragons can't do that, or certainly not, were they chromatic dragons? It's homebrew.
What we
Chromatic
say to
dragons in
that
this world
is-
absolutely can shapeshift.
This
Yeah.
game from day one has been fun over function, rules as we see fit to make it fun for us and fun for you guys.
The thing is, ancient dragons of the other type, they can shapeshift. So I was like, well, why can't evil ones? Just let them do it. Why not? They can let. He's an ancient dragon. He's been around for like 1,000 years. He can learn how to do stuff like this.
Okay, how tall is the creature?
It's gargantuan. I'm gonna say you're like looking at 40 feet minimum, 50 feet up.
Okay.
From foot to the top of his head when its neck's reared up.
Right. Is there something solid near it?
There are trees around, but as it's assumed its true form, it has knocked over buildings and trees all around it as it's got to this gargantuan size. But there will be still trees and that standing. You are in the swamp still.
So I cast Wall of Thorns on the creature. It is 10 feet high, so it's not very high, but it is 5 feet thick. I put like a circle around it that has 20-foot diameter and is up to 20 feet high.
20-foot diameter. It might not fully encircle it.
I don't care. I want the Wall of Thorns in the creature.
I would say you could. I think it would be really cool. I would say you could morph the spell so that you almost create like handcuffs around its front legs, because I think the back legs would be too far out of the circle.
Yeah.
So I'd say you could probably do that. And I'd say if you want to use a first level spell slot to really channel this magic, so burning a spell slot, you could pull those vines in and tighten it around its front legs if you wanted to.
Okay, so
And
yes.
it wouldn't be grappled or restrained. It'd be strong enough to break that. But I'll allow you to do the damage plus an extra roll for that.
Yes. Okay. So I can expend the first level spell slot, and this is 6th level.
Cool.
She needs to do so. When it appears, Each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw. So she needs to do a dexterity saving throw.
Yep.
On a failed save.
Well, that's a 5, so I'm guessing that's failed.
Yeah, so she takes 7d8 piercing damage.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
so let me see. Where's the d8?
Sounds like my kind of spell.
So it's 7d8, and then a creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. Furthermore, the first time a creature enters a wall or on a turn or ends its turn there, the creature must make the dexterity saving throw. It takes.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so let me roll the damage. Right. Questa è così. 45.
45 damage.
Yes.
Cool. That will be. That's cool. So, as I say, I've given that little extra little bit. So, like I say, I think it's too big for the ring, but I'll allow you to that. Like, give it, like, bind its arms with that expended spell slot, which I think is quite a nice little cool extra little thing to try and restrain it. I don't think it will restrain it, but yes, that damage is taken in piercing. I'm just trying to. It's only immune to acid, so that's quite cool. Yeah. Okay. And I will make that dex save to see if he can break free of those thorns, because I think as strong as it is and as big as it is, that you've pulled its arms in tight, so it's gonna have to like trying to break that through. That's really cool. Any other things you would like to do?
Nope.
That's cool. So we have 2 archers now of the elves. Now I gave them, again, I've homebrewed these guys because they were kind of just supposed to be like a little aid for you. So from out of the bushes, out of the trees, some elves appear. They're dressed all in green. They got cloaks on, not dissimilar to the elves of Lothlorien. They're armed with bows, and they're both going to make a go at the dragon of the first party of elves. That is going to miss on the first one and miss on the second one, unfortunately. So you see these arrows go as they just let loose and they sail on by. So not very useful for you. After that, we are on to Logan.
You're muted, Logan.
God damn the mute button. So he's going to, as he drew his sword, he's going to use his bonus to cast Giant's Might. And he's going to attack this dragon with his Light of Athenia sword. So we get 1, 2.
Well, I know you can't use your fire rune because you expelled that last session.
So we've got 17, a 24, a 16, and an 18 to hit.
17 misses. 24 hits. What was the second one?
16 and an 18.
So 1 hits.
1 hits. Holy shit.
1 hits.
Okay.
I think this is going to be a spellcaster's game.
No. So 4.
Insta hits.
17 radiant damage.
17 radiant damage.
2
Anything else?
extra damage against. It's not a fiend or undead.
Nope.
Damn. I don't think I have at this point. Goddamn dragon.
Okay. That's fine.
No. No, I'm gonna read stuff before my next turn.
That's fine. As we go into Keenan's go.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna I mean it's a dragon. I'm gonna go as big as I can right off the bat. So I'm gonna like thrust my head forward. I guess I'm making this up as I go along, and the attack's gonna come out of my forehead gem.
Yep.
And it's going to be using the Searing Sunburst spell, which creates a radiant orb, 20-foot sphere. And I'm going to chuck in 3 key points to that to level it up a bit. And they have to make a con save for me. As this like big
Constitution saving throw.
radiant fiery orb engulfs the dragon.
No. I'm rolling like shit. That's only a 10.
Only a 10. Yeah, it fails. She? He?
You don't know. You don't know.
5. That's a good sound. That's a good roll.
It's more maths.
22 points of radiant damage.
22 points of radiant damage. Cool.
I think that's
Not bothered, to be honest. From
No.
what I've seen so far, it's just taking it.
that's fine. That's fine.
I will tell you, I've modded the AC slightly. It's a 20 to hit, not 22.
Oh,
Because I know you guys do hit. You guys do hit quite high, but I didn't want to make it too difficult. Because it's got a lot of hit points, and it's a big pool of hit points, and I've modded that as well. So, cool.
I've still got a little more.
Keenan.
I still got
Okay, carry on.
So while that's happening, I like cast it, and in the confusion, immediately run up, and I'm gonna try and sort of see if I can hit some sort of weak point on its knee with an unarmed strike to see if I can, I don't know, cripple it. And I probably cannot with a 12. There we go.
It's its turn next. It just looks at you. It just says, "You stupid fleshling! How dare you!"
Oh dear.
And it looks down. It looks down at its bonds, and it looks at Lily. "You think this will restrain me forever?" I think the bonds are of little consequence to it. And it is going to use its acid breath.
Oh, nice.
A 90-foot line, 10 feet wide. Now, you're all fairly close to it. It's going to look at Lily. I'm guessing from the direction of attack, Lily and Keenan are probably roughly in the same area. So, you both need to make a DC 22 dex save.
Let me see. Let me see if I need to roll or not, because.
What's the actual move it's doing?
It's using acid breath.
Guys, I need 19 and above.
Is this on me as well?
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, 16. Ah,
16.
19 total.
Con save.
19.
You say?
Oh, you say 19 total? 19 total. Yeah,
Yeah.
con save, yeah.
Oh, not dexterity. You said dexterity.
Yeah, dex. Yeah, dex. Dan.
Dex. Okay, that changes things. Where the fuck's it gone?
Is it
Evasion.
undead?
If I need to dex save, fail, I take half damage. Save, I take none. I failed, so I'll take half damage.
You're taking half damage.
Yeah.
So
How do you figure
has
that
it
one
hit
out?
Lily?
I have a I have a thing as a monk called evasion, where if I need to do a dex save, on a fail I take half, on a save I don't take any.
Okay.
So was that
Sorry,
hit
say
Lily
again,
as well?
Steve.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was on both of them.
I want to use
just-
my reaction on the one that hit Lily, on the acid stuff.
What reaction is that?
I invoke my Cloud Rune, and it forces it to choose a different creature. I choose a different creature within 30 feet. So I'm just going to choose any sort of wildlifey creature that's around in this swamp.
Yeah, I mean a random. So Lily takes no damage, but a random bunny is going to take all of it.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So like this shield, this magical shield seems to appear around Lily, and it's like
Sort of deflection
this
sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, like that, yeah. This beam of like acid energy goes towards a random bunny, goes in the corner. And as for Keenan, you take 32 points of acid
Holy
damage.
shit!
That's a half. That is half.
Oh,
That is half.
You're welcome,
Wowee.
Lily.
I
You're
would have been
welcome.
blooded. Thank you.
32.
And unlike
Cookie.
32, unlike a Dragonborn, that it can do it more than once per long rest. Cool.
Not before we kill it, if we kill it first.
Yeah, that's right. That was an action, so it can't try and break through its bonds. I haven't used the lair action yet, which is on obviously initiative 20, so that's fine. That will probably come into it next time. Let me just double check. Dragon uses its frightful presence. It then makes 3 attacks.
Next time.
So it can't do that next time. Yep, that's fine. Okay, so he's done his bit. Let me see, where was he? He is there. Who would be next? So Lily's gone, Logan's gone. It will be the archers, and then it will be Volta. So I'm just going to roll for 5 archers. Miss. Ooh. Potentially don't miss. Miss.
Ooh.
And
It's a
miss.
candy.
So all the archers are letting loose. And they're missing. Volta, your turn. This thing is not looking particularly bothered by what has happened to it so far.
Yeah, okay. So I am going to. What's the terrain like that we're on? Is it kind of? Is there a lot of housing, or has it destroyed that?
It's just no. Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of destroyed housing and trees knocked over all over the place where it's grown to its full size, but underfoot it's muddy, boggy, wet.
And how close are Lily and Keenan to the dragon now? Are they very close?
They're pretty much up in its grill. I don't know where Logan is. I think Logan's also grill, but
I'm more
probably
or less
very
by its feet.
well,
kind
very
of
much
area.
Sky. Yeah, I'd say like Skyrim-esque or World of Warcraft, where you're kind of like next to it and just slashing away, but not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other
So
games, of course, are available.
5 feet away or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, within the vicinity of it.
Oh damn! Then I can't use that I was going to use because you're all too damn close. Oh.
You could hold a reaction to use it, and maybe use an action right now to call out to them to vacate the nearby vicinity, if you wanted to.
No, that's never.
I'm pretty dodgy if it's a dex save.
Yeah, I don't think that it's going to be appropriate. So I am just going to play kind of safe with. Oh, what does that one do?
That's a good image, Brant.
John Cena.
A little bit of a black dragon in the chat for everyone there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
No.
beautiful.
I really liked in the monster manual the description of how the face looks. I don't think I've really done it justice, but that whole like skeletal face, but like the skin and that sort of like stretched
Sort of
across it. I really
stretched
like
left
that.
under it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry to be the one making with all the questions. again. But how far away from it am I? Roundabout.
Well, you were all quite close to it, really, when she came out of her stump, because you were sort of like, Lord Claster had come running down into. Was quite surprising in its first place to meet with you. When you rolled your initiative, I would say if you, as a spellcaster, naturally you would probably have dropped back. I don't think that you would have kept yourself within any melee range.
Yes, and first of all, I'm going to use my little bit of movement to drop back a little further, another sort of 30 feet or so.
Yeah, I would put you about 50 feet.
Yeah, I'll drop back another 30 feet. It's a good amount of feet to be away from a dragon, I think, you know. And I will kind of cast a wall of fire facing into the dragon and away from my friends.
Okay.
Ooh.
So a wall of fire is a 60-foot long wall of raging inferno, but it's only hot on one side. So the dragon has the hot side, and the friends on the other side have the cool side. They're on the cool side of things.
Now this
Air
wall,
conditioning.
is it a straight line or can you wrap it around?
It is either a straight line or I can wrap it around. I think just for the moment, as a holding action, I'm going to put a little straight line of fire across there.
Well, I don't want to tell you what to do, but what I would say is, obviously, we're doing this theatre of the mind. For the buildings
Shape
and other
the
things
scene.
around you, you would be better curving it, because otherwise you will catch the village. So it's up to you.
There are still some bits of village not entirely destroyed, then, so I can shape it a little. Yeah, okay.
I would shape it, yeah, because otherwise, I mean, when this thing sort of grew and took its form, it knocked down a lot of shit within its vicinity, but there's a lot of other stuff around it. So a 60-foot long wall would probably catch that. So I would, listen, I don't want to tell you what to do, I would shape it.
That's fine. Then I will shape it into a little ringed wall, a circle 20 feet in diameter, and center it on the side of the middle of the dragon.
That's
sort of
cool.
a cylinder over it. Yeah. So the dragon needs to make me a dexterity save.
Well, I've been rolling like shit, so not going to
This
be
way you
very
probably
good.
roll a 20.
And no, I didn't. I rolled a 10. I rolled a 10.
I'm afraid that does fail, so it only takes 68.
Oh, you broke up a bit there. Corbs, was it 68 or 68?
6d8, so 23 points of fiery damage, and the cylinder
Sweet.
remains there on it, and it takes extra damage if it's still there at the end of its next turn. And if it moves through it, it takes damage as well.
Cool. I like that. Sweet. Is there anything else from Volta?
I will also command my Vrock to take wing and position itself ready for an aerial swoop, but hold its action in case the dragon breaks through.
If you want to make an attack with your Vrock, I would do it now, but you can hold it if you want.
I don't know. Is the dragon? How tall is the dragon?
I think I sort of guesstimated 40, 50 feet. Could be 60, I don't know.
So it can fly in above the wall, go and do a little attack, and then, bogey around, yeah?
It's a big old bag of hit points, so anything you can do to knock it down, I would just do it.
Fine. Then the Vrock will... Oh, no. The Vrock... Oh, God, that is so hard. No, I don't think I'll do that at the moment. I'd save that action for a little later if Mr. Vrock survives any longer. But I will send him in with one beak attack and one talon attack. Let me find attack points. Where is it? Oh yeah, beak is a melee attack. Is
the Vrock the massive bird?
No, it's a Vrock. It's a demon.
A V-Rock.
Okay.
A V-Rock, yeah.
I thought you said rock. And
no,
I was
it's
wondering, why are you saying that he has a beak?
Well, a rock does have a beak.
A rock
that's
would
a
have a beak.
ginormous bird.
The Vrock is obviously a little disorientated because he does not roll well and would miss on both his attacks.
Well, if there's nothing else from Volta, then we must go to Lily.
All right. Question. So, Wall of Thorns
Yeah.
is so it is still up. Does it mean that
Yes.
that the dragon needs to do another dexterity check to see if he saves or not? Or
What is the wording? Is it a concentration spell on your
yes,
behalf?
it's a concentration up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
And
So it will be, in that case, it's going to be you end the spell, or the spell ends after 10 minutes, or the dragon breaks free of the restraint.
okay, but it doesn't take more damage from that spell.
I think you said it took so much per its turn or per your turn.
Yeah, so it says, let me read it again. A creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully. For every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. Furthermore, the first time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw, which means that in his turn, if he will not break the spell, he needs to do a dexterity check, isn't it?
Okay, so there's no further damage beyond it being cast.
No, if he fails the saving throw at the end of his turn, if he's in the wall, then it will take 78 again, or half if it succeeds.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's okay. That's fine. So at the moment, he won't take any further damage from it.
Okay.
Um.
So I've got 2 questions. One question is it undead?
No.
All right. The second question: if I do an instantaneous spell, does it break the concentration?
No. Another concentration would break the
Yes.
initial concentration.
Yeah, but this
I don't
is
think another spell would.
perfect. Okay. So since this happens, I keep the Wall of Thorns, and then I do Blight on the dragon.
Blight, did you say?
Yes, Blight. It's necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice that you can see within range, draining moisture and vitality from it. The target must make a constitution saving throw. The target takes 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half on a successful. So, this is level 4. I want to do it as level 5, which means it will be 9d8.
Okay.
Let's see. Yes. Yep, that's it. This is what I'm doing.
I'm just going to interrupt you. Corbs has just messaged to say he has no sound.
Oh. Oh no.
I'll just break the flow there. Sorry, Bayonet. So
Okay.
start again because I sort of read that and I missed the last section of what you said.
That's right.
So you want?
Yeah, I'm having to use stream sound, so I'm on a little delay on sound because it's
Okay. That's cool.
So
You're going to cast Blight.
I will cast Blight as level 5 spell. He needs to do a Constitution saving throw. If he fails, he will take 9d8 necrotic damage. If
98.
9d8.
Oh, 98.
Yes. If not, if it is successful, then it will take half.
Okay, what's the con saving throw?
Yes, con.
Oh, that might be better. 17.
Yeah, he saves. He takes half. So I want 98.
The dice have it.
I love the dice.
Real dice.
So 35 plus 6 is
25 plus 6, 41.
49. So it's 49 half.
Half of 49, I would say, would be 20.
24.
25.
24, because it's 24.
It's rounded. It should be rounded up, so it'll be 25.
25 then, yes, okay. Yeah.
25 points.
25
That's cool.
points of necrotic damage.
That's absolutely fine. So that puts him at necrotic. So
Yes.
he. Oh my god, necrotic! You can't heal for 20. Your all max hit points are reduced by 25 or something like that, aren't they? There's no healing coming to him anyway, so I shouldn't. I think it's your maximum hit point pool is reduced by so much. If anyone wants to correct me, because I think there might be an ongoing effect there. Maybe? I can't remember off the top of my head. Necrotics either it caps your pool or it. No, I don't think it does. I don't think it does carry on. Otherwise, that'd be unfair on you guys if I use necrotic damage. Cool. Anything else from Lily?
No. And
Sweet.
I continue holding the wall of thorns on it.
Yep, that's fine. So 2 archers are going to have a go. A natural one definitely does not. And nor does a 7. So the archers so far are proving pretty useless. With that, we will go to Logan.
Logan is going to swing his sword like the best of them. And probably miss again, but we're going to try. That's what matters. So 1, 2, 3. So a 15, a 19. Did you say it was 20 to hit?
20 to hit him.
Oof, a 23. And
That's it.
A 31. Fuck you with a crit.
2 hits. Oh,
One
crit.
hit
So
and
max
one
damage
crit.
plus a roll. Yeah, max damage plus a roll on that one.
So, right, we'll do the normal roll first. Which is 11 plus a d8. So 17 for the normal.
Points of damage, yep.
And then, so the max it can do is 2d6 is 12 plus 5 is 17.
Again, yeah.
Plus the d8, so 17 plus 8. And then an actual rolled one.
25. Yeah.
Would be 13 plus 7, so 20.
So
out. 45 total.
So 45?
Wasn't the first one 25?
No, it's more than 45 damage, mate. 5, 10. That's 24.
I made it 45, I think.
You said 17, 17, 25, and 20.
17
damage
for
output.
the first one, then 7.
That's more than 45.
You've confused me.
19.
Let me press my button, I'll see what I
1,
have.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 79, I make it.
What?
1 minute. 2, 6, 12, 35, 7. So yeah, a 25, a 20, and a
25 and a 20.
A 25, a 20, and a 17.
62.
So 62, sorry.
62 points of damage.
Yes.
And
And I'm pretty sure. Oh, hang on, wait. I have. Action surge. 1 additional attack. Yes. Which does nothing. 'Cause it's a 16. Never mind. It was worth a try.
So you're there, slashing and hacking at this dragon, and it looks down to you as this little as you are attacking into its flesh. We are going to go across to Keenan. as it looks at you and it says, "Can you do better?"
I can certainly try. Oh, did you get the spider? Sorry.
I
Okay.
cannot hear him. Can you
I can't hear
him, then?
Corbs either, no.
Oh no. He
He's
might
all
have
silent.
delay.
One of them.
There we go.
Oh, he's still on stream audio.
Ah.
I cannot
Okay.
hear him.
So I'm gonna again try and strike a weak point in this thing's knee to try and I don't know, dislocate it or something, or sort of incapacitate it a bit. With the gauntlet, which I totally forgot I had, does it do I just choose to do the extra damage on my attack, or does it cost like a bonus action or something?
Bear's spinning on.
Oh no! All the videos are messed up now.
To answer your question, I think it was like when it was the hammer form, you could just do what you wanted with it, basically.
Okay. All right. In that case, let's see if we can pump that into this one. +8. 22 to hit.
It does hit.
Sweet. I get to do all the d8s of damage.
All the d8s.
All right. So I get to do 1 for the actual physical attack, 4 for the lightning. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 for the thunder. 1, 2, 3.
Thunder. I'm sorry, what?
It's the lightning.
18. 40. So that's 40 points of damage
Ooh.
across.
Very
Did you need me to specify which was lightning and thunder?
No, it doesn't really matter, really.
Okay.
It's 40 points of damage ultimately. So yeah, you just whop, and he's sort of recoiling a little bit from the damage. There's this. Anything else on your turn?
I would like to have on that go pump in a key point to make it a stunning strike.
Okay.
So can you make a con save for me?
Con save. Ooh, maybe slightly better this time. 22.
Oh, okay, he still saves. All right, and then I would like to, with another key point, disengage as a bonus action and back up 20 feet, 30 feet, 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Key points.
If there's nothing else, it is his go. And he says, "You, how dare you strike me?" I need a charisma saving throw, please, from Keenan.
What?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, we lost Corpse now.
It's alright, he's resetting.
Oh, that's not fantastic. Charisma +3. 13.
DC 19.
Ooh.
He utters words in Draconic, and you are banished.
Oh,
What?
no.
What?
fuck.
Wait, fucking what?
Oh no.
Keenan disappears from your sight.
Well, shit.
And that's an action. Oh, I still didn't do it, did I? I didn't do the buggering lair action. Blimey, I missed that. Okay, that's fine. He is going to. It's just a spell cast. Spells are an action, aren't they? So bonus actions, has he got any that he can really use?
Unbanish? Is that an action?
No, that's not. No, not at all. He is going to. What's his flying speed? 80 feet. He is going to raise himself 30 feet off the floor. So
He's in a forest.
Wait. He's in the wall of thorns, which means that
but
for
I allowed
every
I allowed you to use them as bindings on his front legs because he was too big to be restrained by all of the wall.
yeah, but is it not working like 1 foot of creature moves through the wall? Because it is on him, so it doesn't work.
I said you kind of like cast him
Yes.
as a binding, but he does need to make his
The dexterity.
dex save. Christ. Still wrong like shit. So that's 8. That's still 10. So it's still going to fail, isn't it?
All right, so 78.
Yeah, go for it.
Where are they? All right, let's see.
Burning.
It lasts a minute, by the way.
Is it at least someone nice?
I don't know. We'll find out in a minute.
37.
37.
Yes.
Ooh. He's looking fairly damaged.
Is he bloodied?
Is he bloody? He's a little bit bloody. There's some blood coming out from underneath his scales. So after that, we have 5 archers who are +1. No, miss. All miss. The archers so far have done nothing other than fire arrows into the air and not hit anything. Volta, it is your go.
Archers, you need to turn the other way.
That is a problem.
You're facing backwards, dear chaps.
I wondered what we're shooting at.
So the dragon now is above my little wall of flames. Just
It's
toasting
above
it.
it.
Tootsies, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. It's good. It's good.
It's
I'm going to
fine,
keep it
not 30 feet.
just in case he comes down a bit, you know. And I'm going to try and hit him with the 3 Eldritch Blasts from the distance, I believe. So the first Eldritch Blast will be with a 22.
Hits.
And that one will zoom in and do a Mighty Orpidal. 8 points of damage.
Yep.
And the second blast will streak in like a right hook from the side. And that will miss. Because that's a 14. And the third blast will come in like a left hook from the other side. And will also miss because that's an 18 misses.
18 misses. So you hit the first one and it takes it. He sort of gets staggered to the side and he realizes where you are and dodges either side of it as they come in.
Cool. Well, I am going to send my Vrock in for his little thing. Because the dragon is how far up off the floor?
He took up 30 feet.
30 feet. So he's going to get to dragon's head height, and he is going to emit a stunning screech.
Okay.
It's a horrific demon screech, really sort of quite unpleasant, like listening to, I don't know, somebody horrible singing. Think of your worst singer and just imagine that there. So he needs to give a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con is 18 plus 7.
I think he might have passed that one. So, you know, the Vrock has done a little screech at him, and he gives a little bit of a boogie round, flies around in a circle to gain sort of some sort of position, because he's not quite in, you know, not leaving sort of melee range, but just flying around the back a little bit, you know, just sort of doing the little orbit around the dragon's head. You know, yeah, and that is the end of the rock's turn. He can't do anything else. He's just useless up there.
Cool. Well, we are going to use upon that a lair action. I would like all of you, except of course for Keenan because he's not there, a DC 15 con save, please.
A con save, I have advantage on it.
DC 15 con save.
Oh, I thought you said 50. I was like, why are you asking us to?
I got a 16.
Ooh, 19.
Pass.
Let's see. I lose it 9.
9. Okay. That's 1.
9.
7. 8. So Volta and Logan, you take 4, and Lily, you take the full 8 points of damage as he utters something else in Draconic, and this swarm of locusts just fills the area for as far as you can see, and they remain there. In fact, so
What kind of damage would that be?
Piercing.
Piercing, then that is fine. I will indeed take the full 4 points of damage.
After that, we are on to Lily. You are in the swarm. At the end of the swarm, you will have to do the same again. I'll have to do damage towards that. But for the meantime, it is your turn.
Can I cast?
You can cast.
Alright, so I cast light again on him as a 5th level. No, as a 4th level, sorry.
Okay.
So he needs to do... Sorry, I lost it. What is it? Constitution, sorry.
Constitution saving throw.
15.
15. 8, 10, yeah, he makes that.
Okay, so he takes half damage. So it is... Oh. The dice are trying to hide from me. So he takes 20. So it's 45. Half of 45 is
23.
Yes, 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage. Oh, necrotic again.
Necrotic damage, yes.
Okay, that puts him down to cool. He's really not looking very healthy actually after that. You're starting to see he looks tired. And then we need to do for you 3d6 piercing from the locusts. That's 1, 5. That's 6 points of damage total to Lily.
Okay.
Where are we there? That was 19 on initiative. 2 archers. I mean, at this point, is there any point? Ooh, no, Lily. One of them hits.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's not gonna. Well, no. Let's do it. I'm gonna do a DC 13 save. No, fail. That's fine. They have bows of entanglement. It would have entangled him, but no, he may have come crashing down to the ground. 3d6 bludgeoning, but he didn't. So it just does a little bit of damage to him. 1 point of damage to him, which is so an arrow sort of like ding, maybe lands on a scale. He doesn't look too impressed. We are
You
over
little shit.
to yeah, you little shit, Logan.
Logan is gonna walk to. Is it still in the air? This thing?
He's in the air,
How high up?
30 feet.
So he's gonna walk to sort of what would be sort of mid in front of it, so not underneath its feet anymore. Stab his sword in the ground in front of him, and he's gonna be like, "Come on!" And then I'm gonna hold an action like that.
Cool. Keenan, you are banished.
You do nothing, sir.
You are in a really lovely beach kind of environment. There's a sea lapping up against the sand, there's trees, and some Eladrin bring you a nice drink.
Oh, I take a seat.
I mean, can we all be banished?
It is the dragon's go. No, I said he knows 4 spells. Didn't see it. Oh no, that was the spell slots. Okay, that's fine. Looking down at Logan. You stand there to mock me, don't you?
I do.
Then feel my wrath as he drops down to the ground level, and he makes 3 attacks.
What
Mike?
are they?
Hello.
Can I just ask, when he drops down to ground level, does he come within my wall of fire range?
He will come within your wall of fire, yes.
Splendid.
What attacks is he making, Mike?
He's going to make a bite,
That's what I was
And-
holding my action for, a bite attack.
2 claws. Okay, do your action. He's
I
going to come
want
into
to
the bite.
throw what looks to be, to anyone who's not right up close, it looks to be basically what you would just see as a house brick down its throat. That's what I want to try and do.
Okay. To what effect? What is the...
I just want
What's
to try
it
and
do?
get it into him.
Okay, I will do the attack roll for the bite.
Mm-hmm.
If I fail, which is probably very, very unlikely, with a plus 15 to hit, it's very unlikely. No, I can't fail really, can I? With your AC. You have to tell me what are you going for here?
I just want to, as it tries to bite, to throw this thing down its throat.
Okay,
it's
I'll
only
make.
6 inches by 12 inches. It's a very small thing.
I think that it would definitely hit you. I don't think there's a way. What's your AC?
17.
Yeah, I can't miss really, can I?
No.
Let's roll on that one. Okay, I'll do a con save. We're
Do
gonna
like a dex check or something to see how good he is at throwing.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, okay. I'll roll AC. You roll Dex.
Okay.
And I think your Dex will be 15.
Mm.
If you roll above that, then I'll roll a con to see what it does.
Okay.
So I've got 17. So I definitely hit you.
Let me get my mind. So we are on a 15 spot on. So
Oh, come on.
no. I kind of share it though because we're on a different monitor. 1 minute.
That's good. That's fine. Okay. I'll do a con save,
Yeah.
and then you tell me what you think the effect of this brick thing going down his throat is. The con is 7 plus 7, 14. So I think you can get away with that. 15 would have been the minimum.
The effect is just, I just want him to swallow it. To be honest, that's
Yeah,
literally all
okay.
I'm after right now.
Well, he swallows it and he also bites you then at the same
Yep.
time.
I'm good with that. My action
you,
was
Say
to
that.
throw it, so I can't really do much more.
Well, you will take
Yeah.
It's like in
2d10.
Chamber of Secrets where Harry stabs the basilisk and then gets the talon in him still.
5, 6, 7. I've never seen it. 7 plus 8 is 15 points of damage, bite,
Eesh.
plus
I'm already a bit injured from the
Well, plus
thing.
2d8 acid, which is 6.
Oh.
Plus 6 is 12 acid damage from the bite. Then he's coming at you with his 2 claws.
Whoa.
Oh. 12 plus 15, so 27 to hit on the first one.
Yeah, that hits.
Same again, 17 to hit on the second one. And he does 2d6 plus 8, so 46 plus 8. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19. Let me do some math. 16, 20, 32. 18 plus 19, 49. 52 points of damage.
Holy shit. Oh, I am bleeding a shit ton.
So he comes in and he takes whatever you've thrown to his throat is inconsequential. He doesn't even notice. Oh, he just bites in on you then. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to say half the claw damage. Half the claw damage because his front hands are restrained by Lily's
yes.
thingies. I'm going
like
to take
that.
off 20. I'm going to take off 20 points of damage and put 20 points of damage on him. So he's still slashed at you, but he's doing it in a restrained fashion. So 20 off of you and 20 on me. I think that's fair.
Yes.
Cool. So as he like wails on you, he's like pain as it wails on you. That was the dragon. Next up.
Hang on, can he make a dex save, please, Mike?
Ooh, yes he
I
can.
guess and he needs to do also mine.
Dex save, nat 20 plus 2.
Then he saves, but he still takes half of whatever this is in fiery goodness. It's a 31, so he would take 16 points of fire damage at this point from the wall of fire.
Yeah, and is it? Yep.
Is the dexterity for the wall of thorns the same as the one you did for the wall of fire?
No, I need to roll. I need to roll for wall of thorns as well. So that was a con save or a dex save?
No, it's dex.
Dex. He rolls for that a not very good. He rolls a 9.
Oh god, I think he might die now. Right, let's see.
Well, go on then. Let's see.
Let's see. Where is it? How much do I do? 70? Oh yes, 78. Okay. Poor dragon. He's very lucky. I had a lot of ones. 25.
25.
Yeah.
The flames lick up around his body. The thorns are straining him. Blood is pouring out of his wrists, his ankles. The flames, you see him scorching. Unbelievably, seeing him scorching his already black scales as it rears up and bellows out. No, not like this, mortals. This is my swamp. We turn to the archers. Miss.
Archers for the win.
Miss. Miss. And that one.
One shoots his own foot.
Yeah, that's right. That will put us back to Lily.
No, don't I get a turn? Come on.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Get a
Please
turn.
give me my turn. That's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry. I wish to. He's down back at the level, isn't he?
He had landed.
Oh, damn him for landing. How bloody does Logan look at this point?
Very.
Oh, piddle.
in,
You're going to spoil my fun,
like,
aren't you?
Limping and everything.
I was going to fireball him, but you would stand right in front of the bugger, wouldn't you? You absolute turkey. Oh, you know, you can take 10d6 damage, can't you, Steve?
Go ahead.
No, I better not really. I will take a look at Logan's damaged condition, and I will shrug my shoulders and Eldritch Blast the dragon 3 times.
Go on.
22.
Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Oh, I forgot about the cloud swarm. That's fine. Don't worry about it. That's my bad. That's my bad.
So 22 with the first one.
21. Yeah, that hits.
That will do a mighty
Poop.
15 points of damage.
And you, as you hit into it, you see it rear back, and it looks at you and no, and lets out some bellowing. Ooh.
Then the second one will be aimed at his nadgers, and that's a 20.
20 hits.
And this one will do a 12 points of damage.
I've got a damage
And
threshold in mind. Carry on.
The third one will be a miss.
So
Miss.
the first one
A
hits.
miss, yes. I hit him with a bit, you know.
Well, the first one hits. It lets out this roar. The second one hits, and it seems to go limp and drops to the floor. The third one goes wide, and you just hear dum, 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 dum.
Beep.
Now, I'm going to make a save.
Yes, my pub.
I rolled a mighty, I don't know if you can see it on the stream,
Is it 20?
a mighty 2.
That's a nice dice.
He had a second wind, but he failed it. He's dead.
I swear to God, you lot are just ruining my cool kills tonight.
He's dead.
I swear to fucking God. I want to take an action anyway. I want to speak the words to
Well done.
unfold our folding boat into a fucking galleon inside it right now.
Oh, you just lost the boat inside the damn dragon.
Yeah, because I nearly died.
Well done. I need to stop modifying creatures, because every time I modify a creature, they just get worse.
That was my big plan, and it died anyway. God damn it.
You just explode
my
the corpse.
big plan was to fireball it in the face, and you went and stood next to it. Well, yeah.
With it dying, Keenan thump reappears.
I just like, oh.
Yeah, what have
Does he have one of those drinks with the cocktail umbrellas in it?
I did.
Can I retrieve the boat?
Well, you're going to have to go digging around in there to try and find it. Okay.
Well, I mean, if I expand it to its full size, a galleon inside its belly, surely it'll like...
Well, yeah, but the force of the wood, again, it might break bits.
It will break the boat, you.
The yard arms, the mast.
Can I check the body or her hat, like where she lived, to see if there is any treasure?
The body does not contain any treasure. No.
What about where she lives? Can I see there?
Well, if you want to investigate Big Mama's hut, that's fine. You can do so next episode.
Oh.
However, what I will say is black dragons are not renowned for being hoard keepers.
That's okay. She doesn't know that. He's the dragon, so.
But yes, next episode we will definitely check out Big Mama's hut, or Great Mama's hut.
I'm gonna waggle out a couple of teeth.
You can pull out some teeth if you want to make a fancy necklace.
Yeah.
Yes, well done. You defeated a modified, because I wanted to try and I think a full-on one would have killed you straight outright. Ancient Black Dragon, because it was actually a good thing that I lowered the AC. None of you hit the AC for an Ancient Black Dragon. I think maybe one or two times you hit the AC, it would still be at like maximum health almost.
Yeah. I think we're all looking pretty rough.
Yeah, I think it's a good little combat that. I think I probably, what's the challenge rating for an ancient? 21. I think I probably reduced it down to like 19, probably, with what I did to it.
Bloody hell.
Nice.
But there's a few other things I've got for you, but we'll save that for potentially Thursday. So if you're watching the stream right now, potentially Thursday, we'll be back. But our techno wizard might have problems with that.
Maybe. We had enough of all these internet issues, so we are changing contracts. So I won't know until tomorrow when this is going to be completed, but we will update as soon as we know. But other than that, as usual, we will go around and say thank you to Steve Cobbs.
Come.
Thank you to Captain Danface.
Oh, you're welcome.
Captain Danface seems to get like banished or something or other happens to him a whole lot.
Yeah.
We say thank you to Aseptonissus playing Lily down this bottom corner.
You're welcome.
I have been Gilded Branch. You guys have been awesome. And Mike, thank you for running and writing and everything else. Anything you want to say?
You're welcome.
In that case, we shall update in the Discord and the Facebook group, and you can find all our details on the podcast and YouTube and the VODs and everything. But yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.